Hey everyone, it's Lachlan here from Pridham Viticulture. We are a sustainable agriculture and retail business based in South Australia, and we are specialists in the sales and service of Pellenc battery equipment. I'm here today to give you a quick introduction to Pellenc pruners and go over some basic setup tips, as well as some daily checks and maintenance you should be taking out in order to maximise the life cycle of your tool and battery. So without further ado, let's get into it. The tool we are going to be looking at today is the Pellenc Vinion 150, but the info we discuss will generally apply to the entire Pellenc pruner range, such as the Vinion 250 and Prunion 150p. The Vinion 150 is a professional grade vineyard pruner which incorporates some cutting edge technology to make pruning tasks in the vineyard as efficient as possible. It is the lightest, most compact tool in its class, weighing in at only 680 grams. It will go all day, no problems, with a lightweight 150 watt-hour battery, providing 9+ hours of pruning time. Some more features of note are the Pridham's 35mm cutting head, with only the highest quality blades utilised, and the optical trigger sensor providing a half opening setting for quick, efficient pruning or while maximising battery life. All this equates to a pruner that will satisfy even the most demanding professionals. So, you've purchased your new set of pruners and have just got them out of the box. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure the battery is fully charged. Take the charger out of the box and plug it into the charging socket on the battery. The tool should beep and the display on the battery should start flashing with a number. This indicates battery percentage, and it is fully charged when the display shows 99 and stops flashing on and off. It is very important to allow the battery to get to the solid 99, as this means the voltage in the battery cells is balanced and will maximise the life of the battery. There are 4 battery modes available in total. These are represented in the battery menu with U1 through to U4. With the tool plugged in, powered on and in a safe position away from your hands, press the mode button on your battery. The display should change to show the mode that you're currently in. Now, to change mode, we use the plus and minus buttons either side of the mode button to cycle through the different modes available. When the desired mode is displayed on the battery screen, press the mode button again to select it and return to using the tool. Mode U1 is known as performance mode. This will provide gradual and fast operation depending on the position of the trigger. The LED on the pruner will flash green when this mode is activated. U2 is economy and comfort mode. It is similar to U1, but it reduces speed in an effort to increase battery life. The LED in the pruner will flash green and red when this mode is activated. U3 is known as all or nothing mode. In this mode, the trigger is no longer gradual, and the cutting head will close fully as soon as the trigger is activated. The LED will flash red when this mode is activated. U4 is named ramp up mode. It is the setting that your pruner should be in when it comes from the factory. In this mode, the position of the blade is progressive and relates to the position of the trigger directly. The pruner LED will flash orange when the tool is in this mode. At this point, you may be wondering why the cutting head only seems to open halfway most of the time. The optical trigger sensor is active in all of these modes apart from U4. This allows for the half opening setting in order to save time and power with smaller cuts. To open the cutting head fully, simply remove your finger from the trigger and the blade will open fully, allowing you to make those bigger cuts. Once you've got your battery charged, the next thing to do is to set yourself up for pruning. Included in the box is a belt, holster, and an arm strap with a cable clip. Adjust these accessories as necessary to suit your body and grab your battery and tool. The battery will clip onto the belt and you route the cable up your back and into the arm strap clip. This will hold the cable clear of the work you are performing so you don't accidentally prune your shiny new tool. Okay, so now let's go over some basic checks and maintenance that you should be performing to keep your pruner running the way it was intended to. First, let's go over how tight your blade should be. There should be no lateral or side-to-side movement in the blade when it's tightened, but you should be able to detect a very small amount of play in the cutting direction by hand. The current generation Pellenc pruners have tool-free blade hardware, so it's possible to remove and install the blade without having to dig through your toolkit. To check for tightness, there is a plastic nailed washer installed in between the thumb wheel and the blade. This nailed washer should be able to move when the cutting head is open, but it should not be movable when the cutting head is closed. To adjust the blade tension, first open the cutting head and turn the tool off. The handguard of the tool can then be opened to reveal the cutting head fully. There is a locking plate installed in between the thumb wheel and the nailed washer. This locking plate prevents the thumb wheel from loosening during use. Press down on this plate in order to allow the thumb wheel to be loosened or tightened. This will adjust the blade tension. Then check the nailed washer as I mentioned earlier. Next up, let's have a look at blade overlap. Blade overlap is adjusted on the battery mode screen. To access this, press mode and cycle through the menu until F5 appears, then press mode again. You should now see a sub-menu which displays a number between 1 and 9. This is your blade overlap setting. The higher the number, the more overlap you'll have. Select the desired number and press mode again. The overlap has now changed. Correct blade overlap is achieved by looking at the flat face on the inside edge of the anvil. Blade overlap is set correctly when the tip of the blade stops in the lower third of this flat face. You should be checking both blade tightness and overlap regularly with the use of the tool, at least once daily. With these blades, you'll want to sharpen from the inside of the blade, working out toward the tip. Tilt your stone to match the cutting edge of the blade and work toward the tip while maintaining the angle of the stone. Repeat this until the edge is straight and then turn the tool over to reveal the back of the blade. Again, working from the inside, make a single pass over the back of the blade with the stone held completely flat. This will remove the burr on the edge of the blade and your tool will be good to go at this point. The blade edge is recommended to be sharpened this way after the first 15 minutes of use and then at least once daily or as necessary from that point on. Finally, let's look at how to grease the cutting head. First, open the cutting head, turn off the power and disconnect the tool the same as we did before. Next, we need to loosen the thumb wheel to the point that we can reveal gaps in between the metal surfaces in the cutting head around the edge of the blade and the blade axle. Squeeze a small amount of grease in between the metal surfaces and retighten the blade tension as we mentioned earlier in the video. Switch the pruner back on and operate several times to disperse the grease throughout the cutting head. Greasing should be taken out at least weekly with regular use, but you may have to go through and do it every couple of days during the busiest parts of your pruning season. Well, that about wraps up our video today. If you remember to follow these steps and send your pruners in for professional servicing every 200 to 300 hours, they shall remain an ideal pruning companion for many years to come. Until next time, remember to check out the Pellenc store over at pridhamviticulture.com.au for all your Pellenc needs, and happy pruning out there.